And I was like, oh my God.
No.
Yeah.
Reap the benefits is in cash out.
Right.
Ah! We love money. You're looking at the brand new Chiquita Banana Jingle Girl. This is it. I'm your host, Aïcha, and we are welcoming another incredible guest into my kitchen to make their all-time favorite dish and talk the "this is it" moments of their lives. My guest today is a Billboard charting artist and Guinness World Record holder. At only 10 years old, she left her home in Vancouver and traveled to 80 countries, singing anthems in an effort to fundraise for the SOS Children's Village, ultimately breaking the world record for the most anthems sung in their host countries. She has since made some top charting music records and established herself as an independent artist. She's here today, and we talk her latest This Is It moment, social media cheat codes, as well as the many blurred lines between this generation's artists and influencers. Global Youth Ambassador, world record holder, recording artist, and today, chef, Capri.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited.
Thank you for coming.
That's the only time anyone is ever going to introduce me as chef. So I'm just going to enjoy
Okay, I'm
it.
obsessed. Should we tell them?
Backstory. No, you have to. Just outing me like that. Like that.
You're manifesting a private chef, and I absolutely love that for you.
That's the most LA shit I've ever
No,
heard.
more power to you. This is exactly what Capri said to me when I said, so what do you like to make? Like, what's your all-time favorite dish? Like, something that you could eat every day. She said, honestly, I don't cook. My favorite things that I make are just like the Trader Joe's frozen, heated up like the pad thai. Let's get straight into it. All right?
She's not going to give me a knife for this entire
Right?
process.
No, I can't.
Quarts. What's a quart in like
Okay.
milliliters?
Please relax. We're just gonna wing it, you know? It is what it is. It's Trader Joe's pad thai. How hard can it be? We can't see this, right? While we're doing this, Capri, can you tell us when did you know that you were gonna be an artist?
I feel like this is the story that every like young artist tells, but my parents put me in piano lessons when I was like 5. But also, my middle name is Aaliyah. So my dad...
No, like after Aaliyah the?
Yes.
You
So
were named after
my
Aaliyah.
dad said, you're
Girl.
going to be a singer.
Girl.
So I started writing songs. They put me in vocal lessons.
How old were you when you started writing
5.
songs? You started writing songs at 5 years old.
Like horrible songs.
It doesn't
It's, like,
matter, you
not
started.
songs. I kind of just never have wanted to do anything else.
Really?
Yeah, which is why I
Drama.
can only play chords, but we're not going to
Did you
we're not
take
going to
your-
talk about that.
Did you take your scales test at 1500?
I did, and I failed it.
You did not.
One thing about me is like, if you put enough stress on me, I will crack.
No.
Yes.
Just being in a class full of people so talented and having to go up there.
Also, like,
is
Rance
beyond.
just scares me.
Yeah, he scares the fuck out of me too. We're not gonna put this in there.
We can put it in there, like.
This is the truth about going to 1500. When did Around the World in 80 Anthems come about, honey? You gotta tell us about it. You guys, Capri holds the Guinness World Record for the most anthems sang in the most countries in their native language.
You got that so right.
Girl, yes, I did.
Oh
I
my
did my
God.
research. You know, I'm like low-key like a
She's
journalist.
good. She's so good. So when I was about like 10, I read this book called The World Needs Your Kid, and it's by Shelley Page. When I read this book, I really learned that like there was other kids that was doing stuff for like other kids that couldn't, you know what, if they loved singing, if they loved dancing, if they loved whatever it was, they weren't able to pursue it because they didn't even have like the basis of like supporting parents and like a home to live in. And that really moved me because my parents, like, I'm one of the lucky ones where like my parents always supported my dream, and they were always encouraging me to really go for it. You know what I'm saying? No, it's so
Period.
rare. And like the more people I meet in this
is.
business, the more I'm like, oh wow, like my situation is very rare. So I felt the need to kind of utilize that to make a difference.
I'm so touched by everything you're saying, but I'm also like, you are such a Virgo.
No, literally, we just found this out, but like it makes so much sense.
It does.
Like I never used to believe in star signs or any of that, and then I started like actually tapping into that shit, and then
No.
I started listening, and I was like, oh, I'm like, Beyonce's a Virgo.
Beyonce is a Virgo. Honey, all the best people are Virgos. Like, I'm so sorry.
We ended up doing this whole thing for this charity I found because I'm originally from Vancouver, British Columbia. They have this charity called SOS Children's Villages. They take in foster kids, orphan and abandoned children. They give them a village. They give them mothers. They give them a place to go to school. They give them literally everything. And the first time I visited this village, I was 10. And I was like, holy crap, like there's kids like this living in the same city as me, and they weren't gifted with the same opportunities that I was. And I was like, wow, like I ended up talking to so many of these kids, being friends with them, and decided that that was a charity that I wanted to do this for. And then it turned from 10 countries to 80. There's so many things going on in the world that it's like you're not going to get the masses' attention unless you do something like batshit crazy.
Extraordinary, absolutely.
Right. And so I knew that I wasn't going to be able to raise enough money unless I did something that people would actually respect. And my water is boiling.
All right, girl. You better check your water, honey.
Yeah, I'm going to put the noodles in
check
now.
it. Okay.
I'm setting a timer.
Beautiful. Look at you. Such
So
a chef.
responsible. Who said she can't cook?
Nobody said that you can't cook, honey. We were lying. Capri actually was on Top Chef when she was 12. So do you still work with the SOS villages?
Yeah, we do.
Yes.
We do. We still do. Like, we went to the Tijuana SOS Village last year and did some work with them.
Wow. She's a global youth ambassador. Capri.
Should I just, like, sit out? To be honest, it looks great.
You focus on your This Is It moments. Your first one and your most recent one.
Let me explain.
Okay.
So basically, I start working with all of these, like, content creators. We're making YouTube. I come down here, I'm just visiting. I make a YouTube video with them, it blows up. Keep in mind, I've been posting on YouTube for the past, like, 4 or 5 years. And, like,
What was the
my
video?
videos don't do great.
What was the video? You gotta tell
It was how I joined a content house. That was the title of the video. But I had an editor working with me who taught me like the most important parts of YouTube, which is like title, thumbnail, tags. And all of a sudden, my videos started blowing up. And then I was like, oh wow, like there's so much potential in this social media crap. So I've been doing that ever since.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's when content creating became your full-time job.
Pretty
At 16.
much. Pretty much.
Wow.
My mom like quit her job. She was like, all right, this
Oh
is
yes,
it. I
the
was like,
momager
oh
of it
boy.
all. Come on, Chris. What's it
Literally.
like having a Kris Jenner in your life?
Amazing.
Really?
Amazing. Can we time out? Because I have to fix my makeup and go to the bathroom.
Oh my God, absolutely, boo.
Cute.
No worries. Let me just chop this daikon.
Cut! I actually had a really great moment this morning.
Ooh.
I did a jingle for a banana company. Shout out Chiquita Bananas.
You are not doing the Chiquita Banana jingle.
I did the Chiquita Banana jingle. Yeah. And I reaped the benefits this morning. And I was like, oh my
No.
Yeah.
Reap the benefits is in cash out.
God. Right.
We love money. You're looking at the brand new Chiquita Banana jingle girl.
Ever since 2024 started, I've had a lot of moments where I was like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. My biggest musical inspirations, I'm going to give you 3.
Ooh.
First of all, Ariana Grande.
Yes. Because
the
you have a
first-
whistle. Google how rare it is to have the whistle tone.
I was forced to take opera at a very young age.
Wow.
And I'm so grateful.
Girl, you
for
skipped that
whoever
whole
taught me.
part.
And then I discovered pop music, and I was like, oh,
And then you were like, oh, I could just use this whistle elsewhere.
maybe this is my direction. You
Let's
know?
go.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Capri
So-
also speaks a little bit of French, everyone. I thought
Un
you were going to
petit
say, yeah, un petit peu.
Direction.
Direction. You better give us that Canadian accent. Yes. You know what? If you
Hey,
just want to
Siri.
chill.
Tell me the measurements for pad thai sauce.
When I saw that you were born in 2004, I was like, my chest. Like, holy fuck.
Who's
Like,
snitching
I'm
on me?
old.
Who says that?
Honey, Wikipedia.
Fuck. I really don't know why you're trusting me.
Oh,
with
you know what you
this.
could do, honey? You could just smash these cashews.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, great. So, Capri, please don't put these Capri. Oh my God. It's okay, honey. You're gonna have a husband, a chef, all the above. Are we allowed to say that? Isn't that fucked up? Like,
No, it's not fucked up.
to be like, we're working towards.
Controversy
anyways,
is amazing.
please get her. Somebody get her. Okay, so what are your thoughts on, like, you know, people blowing up from TikTok and then not being able to, like, get credit for their.
I have a lot of thoughts.
Oh,
I have a lot of
let's
thoughts.
go. Give it
First
to
of all,
us.
I started TikTok in 2020. When the pandemic hit, somebody told me, they were like, people aren't going to listen to your music unless you start posting on the internet. And I was like, okay. Like, I was getting, like, minus 1,000 streams on my songs, like, when I would post them on Spotify.
Hi,
And-
nice to meet you.
Right. And so I was like, okay, like, I'll do whatever to get these views. So I started posting, I kid you 7 TikToks a day. I think that honestly, there are a lot of TikTok artists that I know that are very successful, and they started making music way before they started doing TikTok. And then they automatically get branded as a TikTok artist because they post some cringy videos. And that's happened to me before. No, that's happened to me before, I kid you not, where I've been in front of like executives and they're like, oh, this is a TikTok artist we found. I'm like, I started this way before I started TikTok. Like, I'm I was going to shout somebody out, and I'm not going to because that's going to get me in trouble. But the thing is, like, a lot of people just utilize that because it's a way to get your music out. And I honestly think that the game is about to really change with UMG taking all of their music off TikTok.
I was going to say, that's a shit show.
I think it's really going to change. I've really started putting a lot of my attention into, like, Snapchat and Instagram Reels.
What?
Yeah. Snapchat Spotlight.
So you feel like TikTok is over?
I don't think it's over necessarily, but I feel like there's so much saturation that it's so hard to reach the top, you know? Versus like Reels, much easier, same platform. Spotlight, they love artists. Like Snapchat, they love artists. They will support you. I know people personally on
Snapchat since... Is that bad? Should I be on Snap?
You honestly should. It's the easiest way to grow, in my opinion.
What?
Oh, yeah. My
Relax.
videos. Oh, no. I kid you not.
Snapchat? Oh, yeah. Well, Snapchat is more international.
It's more international, and they want, because they're not as saturated as TikTok and whatever, they want more artists on their platform. So, like, they will support you. Like, I had Snapchat come out to one of my video shoots and just, like, film the whole rest of it. And they just want you to succeed in a different way. I started my TikTok account in Canada where the creator fund is not a thing. And also
what is a
with
creator
Instagram,
fund?
That's where you get paid for views. So I don't get paid by TikTok directly because I started my account in Canada.
Okay, cute.
So people in the US that have started their accounts, they make money directly off videos. But I can't do that. But Snapchat has a better creator program for people wherever. So I support them. I also still support TikTok, guys. Don't shadow ban me. If other people aren't going to invest in you at a certain point, you have to invest in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, other people aren't going to believe in you. So you have to put everything you can into the business. It's like a startup, honestly. A lot of the time, it'll take me like 3 or 4 hours a night to like edit everything I've done in a day. And
what?
So
every night?
Yeah.
You edit every night?
Yeah, pretty much. The thing is, there's no one to tell you like you're clocking in, you're clocking out. You kind of have to just be so self-motivated, and you kind of have to just do everything yourself.
Oh my goodness. Does it get tiring? Do you ever get sick of it, or do you just like love?
I get sick of the analytics for sure.
Okay.
Like I get sick of like constantly looking, and it's like you have to kind of separate your self-worth and the amount of views you get, because sometimes you can get so wrapped into everything that it's like you're doing very well because you're getting X amount of views, and you're getting paid because you're getting X amount of views. But when you're not, then you can fall into this trap of like, or I can at least fall into this trap of feeling like, oh damn, like I'm not doing very well at life right now because my views aren't great. But it's like, it might be just as good of an idea, but it's just, it doesn't connect with as many people. So you kind of have to separate like how successful you think you are and like numbers.
Absolutely, I feel you. I think anybody who posts kind of goes through that.
Yeah.
Since you've been posting for so long, and you did touch upon, you know, how some things can be a little cringe, how do you cope with that and all that stuff?
The cringiness?
The cringiness of it all.
Honestly, I've learned to really not care about the cringe of it all. Like, I did so much cringe stuff back in the day that I'm like, whatever I do now, it's never going to be as cringe. So who cares?
Like, what is your #1 goal?
My #1 goal is honestly just to spend all my time touring. Touring is my favorite thing in the world. And I want to do arena tours and kind of just like being able to fully sustain myself off of music and being able to just do it for the rest of my life. Because I want to be like my girl Dolly Parton. Like, she's iconic.
You know what, Capri? It doesn't even
look
look
too
that bad. Okay,
Look
Capri, so we are drinking some Dissoise. This is the golden hour one. Good luck.
It smells so bomb. Oh, I love it.
It's everything. And like, if you have 3 of them, like, honey, it's
Wait,
giving.
what?
So our pad thai looks so fucking good.
So good.
Like, I'm sorry. It looks really,
It
really
looks
good.
so
Are you
good.
ready to try the first bite?
Should we?
Let's do it. Should we get chopsticks? I really have to. I just need to get this lime on there.
I made sure.
It's very
That's bomb.
It's very saucy. It is bomb. I kind of wish we used peanuts though, because I'm like, the cashews aren't giving me that like boom, you know, that peanuts do. What happened?
I dropped a lime.
Girl. Did you get that? Did you get that? I'm obsessed. She just dropped that thing.
I already like got
down
it
to
in
the
though,
flow.
so it's fine.
Ugh.
So
What are your upcoming projects?
I have a
your
song
noodles
dropping
are
on
murdering me.
Valentine's Day.
Really?
What is wrong with my noodles?
Your noodles are murdering me, but it's
They
okay.
taste great.
Valentine's Day. Ooh.
Yeah, it's called Crush, and it's like a dance pop song. Yeah. I went to the studio, and my producer was like, "What's going on?" And I was like, "Last night I met this guy, and blah 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 blah." We
okay,
still
wait, is
talk to
this-
this day, like low-key.
Is this a recent one? Is this the one that you were telling me about?
I wrote it like 6 months ago,
Okay, so it's not.
in like July.
Is it the same
No,
guy?
no, it's not. We haven't hung out since, but in the
No.
moment I was feeling it, so I wrote this song. Yeah, and it was great. It was so much
Does
fun.
he know who he is?
No.
You should
Yeah.
send him the video of you jumping into the canned beverage.
Shut up. Bleep that name, please. So, hung out with him a couple of times. Nothing has happened since. Song material.
We love you. We know you're going to do amazing things. You've already done so many amazing things in this world.
Stop it.
You're headed for the top of
Stop it.
TikTok, Snapchat, YouTube, Billboard, Grammys. Knock on wood.
like one
How
day.
was your Grammy week?
It was chaotic.
Who was your favorite, like, person who won?
Ooh, Victoria Monet.
Oh,
I love
God, I died. No,
her.
I actually, like, almost cried. Like, not fully
Especially
cried,
like
but
being a
almost.
fan of Ariana Grande for so long and like
Yeah, and
like,
knowing about her.
Victoria Monet was like on that for so long, like did so much. So I've been like a fan of her for so many years, and I'm like, damn,
No,
that's so
same.
crazy.
It was so fulfilling. I feel like for her fans to see that happen. Hopefully
Oh, yeah.
we'll see the same happen to you
And you.
someday very soon. Thank you, Boo.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
And yeah, we're wrapping it up. This is
That's
it.
Don't forget to
Ooh.
subscribe,
Oh, period.
to like,
The
and
plugger.
to comment on the podcast. Because if
Absolutely.
you support, you're gonna subscribe.